NorCal, 209 King of Comedy. It's Rick without the K. James presents, in my opinion, podcast.
So how did the Russell Peters interview come about?
No, it's funny that you bring that up. Russell Peters interview, big comic, first comic, like straight out the gate for Netflix. And I know here in America, we don't realize how big Russell Peters was. But in other countries, the dude was selling out 30,000 seaters. We're talking about 2006, 2007. So before Kevin Hart, before Joe Coy, before all these cats did that shit, you know, he was regularly selling these shits out. So to just get to meet Russell Peters was cool. To get to meet him right before Kabir was gonna do his AGT appearance, uh, that the last one, and then get him to talk about it. Shout out
Shout out
Kabir. You
Kabir.
know, that was cool. The interview itself had some ups and downs. I really don't want to talk too much about the downs because I don't want to disrespect anybody in this game. Um, but it wasn't what people think, I guess. So everybody called me up and was like, "Bro, did you?" But nobody saw the work that I put into it. The fact that my son got to be there and we worked on the shit just to get the interview took 4 or 5 hours, and it was only a 45-minute interview. It was the waiting time. It was this. It was that, and then to be there with my son, who is a 17-year-old that doesn't really like that was the understanding that I got from it. It was the fact that this is my dream,
Sounds like a
and my
nightmare.
son was just exhausted by the end of it. So it was a little disheartening because I realized that night, like, this is my dream. I gotta follow it,
Just give
and
up.
whether my son wants to be a part of it or not, we'll find out. So you know, because he made a couple comments where it just made me feel like, oh, I'm sorry I put him in that situation a little bit, because I knew he didn't want to be gone for 8 9 hours, and the way I sold it to him is it wasn't going to happen for that long. So, um, but the interview itself was dope. I got him to talk about a lot. I realized, as you saw in the Damon Wayans interview, I realized I overthought the process a little bit too much because nobody sees it. You can probably see a couple of the whiteboards on the walls through the interview, so we pretty much diagram what's going to happen, how I'm going to question this shit. Nobody sees the back shit that I do.
And
So
nobody
I'm
probably
literally sitting
cares.
there with three whiteboards trying to figure out questions, what people ask, what not to ask, how to get them to open up, because I don't want to be in the same fucking interview realm that other interviews do. I watch a lot of DJ Vlad, so that's where I see most of these cats go to do their interviews first. And with Russell, it was kind of interesting because I wanted to stick on hip hop because I knew he was the executive producer of Hip Hop Evolution
Really?
on Netflix. So I wanted to stick with that first and foremost because to me, that was more exciting than any of this fucking comedy shit. So, um, but I also realized there's about a 10-year difference between me and Russell. So I wanted to talk about the golden era of hip hop when he was there with Sugar Hill Gang. So when he started saying out people's names, I was like, man, that was 84, bro. Like, I was 5 years old. Like, like, of course you were 15. You saw it as a teenager. So that was trying to talk about what I wanted in the diagram. Again, I'm still learning how to be an interviewer.
We
So,
see.
it was a learning experience. So that part of the interview, I'm very thankful. I got to interview one of the legends in the game, but I also realized I got to do my homework. So, and not saying that I didn't, it just maybe I got to take a different approach. And I realized that from from doing the first interview with Russell to Damon, because you guys got to understand the way those interviews are working too. Is my home club is Tommy T's, and they're allowing me to go in and interview the people. So it's kind of like someone going to your show in Vegas, seeing you guys dance and shit, and then them wanting to do an interview. That's kind of what I'm doing. Is I'm going seeing them at the club, and then I'm trying to find my in. And my in was, I know he knew Kabir, and I know he was cool with Kabir, so that's the way I brought it up. And he was like, "Yeah, I love Kabir. Yeah, did you tell him to call me?" And that's how we kind of started talking. And then when I asked him, he was like, "Sure, we'll go ahead and shoot the podcast." So, which was originally supposed to be shot somewhere else, and then we ended up shooting in the green room in Tommy T's. So, I want to say shout out to Tommy T's for allowing me to do that. I appreciate that. Hopefully have something in the near future working with that club and doing something on the side with them. Um, but these interviews, man, they're all learning experiences. So to any of the audience that is watching this shit, man, I'm pretty sure you didn't know how to just break dance. You
Yes,
know
I
what I mean?
did.
You guys fucking moved up from a half windmill to a whole windmill to a, you know what I mean, to one head spin to 5 head spins type shit. This is learning fucking experience, and one day, maybe I'll be as dope as you guys are when it comes to dancing. That'll be me on this podcast and shit.
Nope.
A lot of people always ask me that. Well, what separates your podcast from everybody else's? And I don't know, because everybody has a fucking podcast this day, man. I'm amazed you guys don't have a fucking podcast. Or maybe you guys do, and I don't even know. Shit. That's how ignorant I am. I didn't study on you guys because I was so excited that you wanted to come interview me. So
I'm only here because you're paying me.
my podcast, again, it's kind of, I guess what makes it different is knowing that I really want to listen to the viewers, and I want to talk about topics that people will watch. I don't want to just sit here and talk about nothing, but I want it to be entertaining first. I want it to be, hilarious as part of the entertaining. And I just want it to be topics where when they come across it, like when I did the shaving the butthole, right? Shaving the butt. Excuse me. I did it because I thought it was funny that most men don't realize that's how women shave. I thought most men think that every woman takes a mirror into the shower and then takes care of themselves. Where we found out on that podcast, most women just feel and shave, feel and shave. And I was just like, to me, that's hilarious because I'm like, I don't know, I don't trust myself that much. I'm gonna have a cut up anus, you know what I mean? So just stupid shit like that. Like I want to come from a Curb Your Enthusiasm angle, where I want to come from a different angle, that you see something, but you're coming at a different angle and making it thought provoking. So that's where I think my podcast is going to be a little bit different, because I'm just not going to talk about nothing, but I want to bring interesting fucking people on. Want to bring interesting topics, and I want my viewers to know by now that the second season is done and we're going to be starting season 3 soon, that there is enough content on my channel that you can sit and you can watch all of this shit as fast as you want.
Boy Charlie Murphy, my main man Ric James. That's the one you think, the comedian Ric James. Get up.
I can't hear my neighbor crying, I can't breathe.
Please hit the subscribe button down low so you can see all new clips, all new episodes coming to you.